Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I hope you all are doing well. Let me just adjust my sound. Apologize for being just a bit late. I had some technical glitches on my end I had to fix, but it's all good now and I'm so glad to be here. So I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and if you want to learn more about me, go ahead over to my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com, where you can learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, schedule your own one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or shop my crystals. And I can't wait to dive in. So if you're new here, go ahead and click the live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and set any intentions for your personal healing. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. For those of you who are watching this as a video replay, hello from the past. If you want to skip ahead to just the Reiki healing, start looking at about the 1 hour, 15-minute mark, or where you see the lights begin to shift and you can begin your journey there. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back and thank you so much for your ongoing support. The kitties are well, they are running around the apartment. And let's go ahead and say hi to everybody and start building up that crystal grid. Oh, wonderful. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, all of my settings were just somehow changed. Some early Mercury retrograde type shenanigans, but we'll see. So let's see who all we have here. We've got in the house today JS, Stella, Chris, Jennifer, Violet Integration, Prudence, good to see you. Oh, so good to see you all. Blue Sky, good to see you. Joanna, hello. Tina Foster. Allison, it's so good to see you all. So yeah, let's go ahead and dig on in. And awesome. So yeah, go ahead. If you're new here, go ahead, just put any old request that you happen to have. You can be as vague or general as you need to be. I know it's a really public platform. And we often find that through the synchronicity of everyone being interconnected, that a lot of the intentions, even though the specifics of our life might not line right up, the general themes underlying everything are very much interconnected. So don't be surprised if you find a few friends that are having the same or similar intentions as you. So let's see what we got here. Awesome. So for JS, finding a job that is aligned with my purpose, igniting creativity and joy. I love it. So let's go ahead and start there. As usual, we have our copper spiral in the middle. This really helps with breaking up any stagnant energy, as well as kind of optimizing the flow of energy too. So let's see. Finding a new job in alignment with your soul's purpose. Yep. So let's start with tourmalinated quartz. Chrysocolla, and joy. Awesome. So we'll start things off with some tourmalinated quartz. This is black tourmaline running through quartz, and this can happen in any color of quartz. Black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy, and when it goes through quartz, it takes those properties and it's as though it brings it through your energy field and amplifies it. So tourmalinated quartz is incredibly powerful for breaking up really stuck old energy, even like childhood kind of traumas, things that you're having a really hard time working through. This can help break it up a bit. It's also great for scar tissue, like emotional scar tissue or physical, and helpful for blood vessels, valves, and things, anything that seems or feels very stuck or clogged. It's helpful for finding new jobs as well as just new streams of revenue. So if you're looking for a passive thing or a side income, this is another stone to help you, as well as fortune and good luck, and also with protection against things like car accidents. So we'll bring this in. And for a job in alignment with your soul's purpose, and also with the aspect of creativity, we'll bring in Chrysocolla. Chrysocolla is beautiful stone. It's actually found very close to and often with turquoise. And so it has that kind of patina color. This helps with encouraging you to follow your soul's purpose. It's also wonderful for things including creativity. It helps you to connect to new means of creativity so that you can really get to know yourself and feel more connected with your means of expression. It helps with making decisions that are in alignment with your highest good as well. So if you end up in a situation, which I hope you do, where you're making choices about which job or career to choose, this can help you to make that best choice. So that is Chrysocolla. So for right now, we'll put that here. And for joy, let's bring in Fuchsite. This helps with not only boosting the energy of other stones that are near it, this is one that helps to truly encourage play, getting into your sense of freedom and joy and happiness, and just channeling your joy for the sake of simply doing it, which is wonderful for self-care. Also being in connection with your inner child if you're doing any of that work. This also helps with carpal tunnel syndrome as well as spinal alignment and sleep disturbances. So we will bring this in. I might put that here. We'll see. And yeah, I hope that helps. I hope you're doing well, and lots of love to you from here in Philly. Awesome. Jenny. Knowing my path. Never mind, you're putting that stone out right now. Yeah. Like I said, we often have a lot of alignment. Emily, welcome back. Awesome. I will get to everybody's request tonight. So I'm just going to kind of power on through. Let's see what we got. It's totally okay, Chris. I was super swamped today too. I was teaching all day. And let's see. Violet integration, help with headache, patience, self-trust, and relationship harmony. You got it. And Prudence Jane, for your mother, she struggles with sleep apnea and would appreciate if I could send her some energy as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's do headache, patience, self-trust. So headache. Patience, self-trust, and relationship harmony. So for the connection to trusting yourself, I felt to bring in celestite. And there's a lot of stones that we can use for self-trust. This one helps to connect with not only angels and our spirit guides, but also with our higher self. So this can help you to feel more in touch with your intuition and with the ability to feel like you trust your intuition and can follow through with it. In integrated energy therapy, which is another type of energy work that I do alongside of Usui Reiki, the third eye area is thought to have a lot of relationship to trust and mistrust. So that does kind of make sense. I mean, think about it. If we're having trouble trusting ourselves, we won't see our intuition as helpful. So I'm going to bring this in. It's good for discernment also. So when it comes to questions of, is this a fear? Is this my logic telling me like, hey, I recognize something doesn't feel right here? Or is it like intuition? Am I just freaking out? Am I just afraid? So sometimes when we can't tell, like, hey, why do I feel so averse to this? Why do I feel like this is, like I don't want to do a particular thing? This can help us suss out the root of what part of us is screaming, hey, this doesn't feel right. So it can really help with that discernment, and also with even just guidance in general. I also want to bring in Moonstone because this is connection to wisdom as well. It's wisdom, the rhythms of nature, any kind of lunar magic, very much connected to everything that we would think the High Priestess to be connected with in the tarot, which is deep wisdom, knowledge, intuition. It's protective of women, women's health, but even more than anything, she is like the keeper of the secrets. So she's the one who kind of knows the roots of things. She understands the deeper meanings. It's great for trusting divine timing and attracting love as well. And it can also help with just releasing patterns too. So let's actually put the celestite under the moon's, or on top of the moonstone, just to keep us plenty of room on this grid for as many requests as possible. For relationships, carnelian is very, very helpful. This is related to the sacral chakra, so that's the center of relationships and how we relate to the world around us. So romantic relationships, close family relationships, all the way up to like community, colleagues, things like that. It helps with allergies, with colds, and with wound healing. It's especially helpful with things like fertility and sexual dysfunction, and it can also help to attract your twin flame. So that is carnelian. The sacral chakra is very well referenced, or very well represented by carnelian, very well balanced by carnelian. And as such, this is also a great stone for creativity, so it'll also be great for JS. So that is carnelian. Okay. For patience, dumortierite. Dumortierite, not only patience, but also things like frustration and anger. This is that lovely, like bluish gray, grayish blue kind of color. This is one that helps with situations that just feel beyond hope, as well as standing up for yourself, and on a physical level can be really great for tendons, ligaments, and things like that. So great for patience. That's dumortierite. And for headache, I'm going to bring in pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline is also fantastic for anything having to do with gynecologic health, every aspect of it, as well as hormone balance regardless of gender. Great for neuralgia, which is nerve pain, which I struggle with, in addition to migraines and headaches. It's great for breaking up the feelings that we get around our self-image that can be really detrimental. So like a negative self-image, breaking that up, giving us room to have a new relationship with ourselves and a new understanding with ourselves. And it's also thought helpful for spinal injuries. So I'm going to bring in that pink tourmaline. So all the best to you. It's good to see you, and I hope that that helps. And Margaret, welcome in. Patty, I hope you are well. Catherine, I hope you're well. Oh, what did I put down prior to moonstone? This is, well, I put down, this is celestite. Whoop. This is chrysocolla, carnelian, tourmalinated quartz, dumortierite, fuchsite, let's actually put that there, and pink tourmaline. There we go. Sorry about that. Awesome. Good to see you. And Catherine, welcome in. Awesome. Okay, so next we have, I'm going to grab some of Chris's stones. And I'm also just peeking through everyone else's requests so I can kind of double up on things. We've got, I'll bring in some blue apatite, money, study, leaving the past behind, finding love. Gotcha. Okay. And gonna get some of Chris's too. So let's start with some malachite. This is great for leaving the past behind, moving through really difficult emotions as well. It helps to take those really stuck feelings that are in the heart that are so hard to process. It helps us work through them without getting bogged down by them, without getting frozen, so that we can move on and move forward unfettered by those pains. It's also helpful for arthritis and inflammation, as well as just in general fears too, fears and phobias. I like to think about this being very connected to the Archangel Raphael as well. It's also great for depression and anxiety, particularly anxiety. For that, that'll definitely help with leaving the past behind. Labradorite is superb for studying and research as well. It's also great for really detailed attention to things. If you're going through a lot of data or information or a lot of items and it's kind of a needle in a haystack scenario, labradorite can be an excellent ally. It helps with improving sleep too, which is the most frequent use of it here. And it's also great for clairvoyance, which is our sense of spiritual sight. It's one that can help encourage having a joyful time while you travel. And it's also good for things like workplace disputes. So we will bring in labradorite. Citrine for both Jennifer, Chris, and Prudence, all of you. This will be very helpful. I'm also going to include myself on that list. Citrine is superb at calling in financial abundance and helping us make really good financial decisions. It helps with balancing our logic with our intuition. It helps with fibromyalgia. And it's great for addictions and compulsions, as well as things like nausea. So let's go ahead and bring that in. It's my favorite calling in the abundance type stone. And for the intention around weight loss, I'll bring in blue apatite. Whether you're seeking to gain weight, lose weight, or just have a better relationship with food, however that looks to you, blue apatite can be very helpful. It's a stone that helps us with also getting to know our spiritual purpose, so it's right in alignment with JS's request, and it helps us to have the courage along that path, while also strengthening our auric field and making us less prone to taking on energy that isn't ours. So we'll put this around here. It's a beautiful stone. It's a very soft stone. It breaks quite easily. There we go. It's also wonderful for peace and harmony, and I don't know anyone that couldn't use more of that. So, and finding love we have covered with moonstone and carnelian. Another couple of Chris's include garnet, rose quartz, emerald, rhodochrosite, and iolite. Iolite's another stone that can help with weight loss if you have an intention for that. It's one of the stones that you can use to help set an intention for better visual connection to spirituality. Any kind of visionary meditation or shamanic journeying can be really aided by this. It also helps with grounding before you sleep so you can have a better sleep. There we go. It's also thought helpful for things like fever. Rose quartz is just unconditional love, very high vibrational stone. This can also aid in letting go of what no longer serves, because in a way, it reminds us that there's an abundance of love for us to invite into our heart, making it a lot easier to let go of the pain, knowing that there's something better that can take its place. So let me go ahead and place these here. Rose quartz is a very common stone. It's often mined in the US, but lots of other places on Earth. Rhodochrosite helps with mother-child bonding and mother-child wounds. So it can help with a new birth and bonding, or it can help with healing wounds of the past. It helps with the physical heart with circulation, and it also aids telepathy, connection to your ancestors, as well as asthma and stress headache. So this will be in alignment for violet integration. So that's a piece of rhodochrosite. Emerald helps with everything involving breathing. So if you've got any kind of upper respiratory issues, sinus issues, anything like that, I would definitely recommend it. It also helps to kind of reignite our passions in life. If we feel very stuck or very unmotivated, it can be helpful. It helps to restore confidence around anything that you've been teased about, and can also help with the healing skin and tissue. So that is raw emerald. We'll bring this in. And next we'll bring in some garnet. Garnet is very helpful for making plans and finding the best way to get things done. If you want to have a better sense of using your time wisely, if you want to find the best way to do things, if you are taking kind of that bird's eye view at like, okay, what can I do to make all of these seemingly disconnected things work together and be organized? Garnet is your pal. Helps with practicality, very much with creativity, and with finding balance and strength in times of challenge. It can be a very grounding stone while also being pragmatic. It can be very stabilizing, and it's the January birthstone. Okay, awesome. And I'm also going to bring in, for right now, Herkimer and aventurine. Herkimer helps us to connect in our intuition, and also really empowers manifesting anything that we're asking the universe for. It's wonderful for relaxation and being in the present moment, which is always a great thing to kind of prioritize when you're thinking about your next steps, to be solid in where you are. Helps with metabolism, balancing energies, as well as just intuitive ability in general. So we'll bring this in. Deeply harmonizing stone. And this is a type of quartz found in Herkimer, New York, despite being Herkimer diamond. Aventurine helps with the heart center and expanding how we see ourselves and our own potential. It helps also with seeing ourselves as capable of doing new things and learning new things, as well as helps the heart rhythms. It's great for eye problems and also for fertility. It's a very encouraging stone, a very warm stone. So we'll bring that in here. There we go. And whoop. And I'll come back for the rest of yours as we go. Kanta, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we are just so well connected, and we definitely feel as different as our lives might be, the similarities are always going to be more like unparalleled for sure. Let's see. Awesome. Just reading through everyone's lovely messages. Manifest love and soulmate. Healing energy for pain. Absolutely. So to manifest love and soulmate, we've got carnelian and we've got moonstone, which are very helpful. Healing for pain. Inflammation is malachite. Celestite can be helpful for pain. And I'm going to bring in some lapis. This is a powerful stone for pain. In addition to pain and inflammation, a really great stone for honesty, open communication, and integrity, cultivating a sense of follow through. As my friend Jane would say, the talk to do ratio helps with career improvement as well, in addition to vertigo and hearing loss. So inner ear stuff for sure. It helps with encouraging personal responsibility. And it can be wonderful for breaking patterns around disorganization. It can help you to get more organized and stay more organized. So I hope you feel better, Tina. Oh, hip pain specifically. Let's bring in some howlite. This can help with the joints as well. So howlite, healthy teeth, bones, and hair, in addition to joint pain, healthy bones in general. So that's what it looks like. This beautiful white howlite. Almost looks like marble in a sense. This is thought to help things like osteoporosis and bone integrity, which is stuff I struggle with. It's also wonderful for anger, resentment, and frustration. It helps to kind of take the heavier sting out of those emotions so that we can make some good decisions around what's causing it. So we'll bring that in. So that is howlite. So I hope you feel better, Tina. And for Jennifer, blue lace agate, honey calcite, moonstone we have, noble serpentine, and sugilite. Gotcha. Sugilite is a stone of unity and connection to collective consciousness. It's a very, we are all one, we are all connected. It helps us to realize that and feel connected to it. This is also a stone that's thought to have some good healing ability around mother, children, that kind of thing, as well as harmonious relationships in general, just harmony. So that is sugilite. Serpentine, excellent on a physical level for things like blood sugar, hypoglycemia, diabetes, muscle weakness, and even things like rashes. On a more metaphysical level, it's helpful for trance meditation as well as connecting to other realms, but still staying firmly grounded within who we are as an individual. Very much resonates with the solar plexus, but it's a deeply physical healing stone as well. So this is serpentine. This was a gift from Jennifer Vatsa herself. And you can check out her store, which her crystal shop is having a moving sale right now, and it's Belladonna Botanicals. You can just go ahead and Google it. It'll come right up. So we're going to bring these in. Let's do another row here. This is one that I even use for just like muscle aches and pains quite frequently. It's thought to help with calcium and magnesium deficiency, and those are things I struggle with. Of course, no crystals or Reiki are ever a replacement for anything else, but it can certainly help as a complement to everything else. It certainly can't hurt. Blue lace agate helps with everything involving the throat, and especially if we have to communicate things that are really tender emotionally for us, really difficult to say, this can help support that. Also, if we want to be sensitive in our speech and not causing any undue pain, this can really help with that. But sore throats, throat pain, anything like that, I'll bring that in. Also great for arthritis and fractures and tension headache. Honey calcite helps with attracting the best people possible into our life. It's very optimistic, especially when times are really tough. And it's a stone that works with our solar plexus, our center of self, as well as our sacral, which is our center of relationship. So it helps us to be ourselves while we relate to others, and that really harmonizing both. I'm still me, and I'm still open to relating with you. Helps to attract the best people into our lives that resonate with us at this moment. And it's also thought to be really helpful for menopausal symptoms, and that is honey calcite. And all the best to you, Jen, and definitely lots of love with you getting all the paperwork together and everything and getting approved for the apartment. I hope it all goes well. I'll definitely bring in some stuff for Dell. Let's see. For Allison, energy, motivation, focus, and another request for getting approved for your apartment. I love hearing this. Let's all put that motivation and energy into Danielle finding an apartment, because I've got about 2 weeks and I gotta go. So let's see. I did get some new leads though. I was calling and leaving messages all weekend, so hopefully that works out. But definitely that. So let's go ahead and bring some sunstone. Not only does this help with luck, it's also great for recognition, being recognized and seen. So hopefully your application will be seen, it'll be positive, you'll be approved. It's a very positive and helpful stone. It helps with expanding how we see our potential in a really big way. It also helps us to get to things around getting ourselves out there if we need to put ourselves out there more for a new job or a promotion, or if you're promoting yourself or your business. This helps you with that recognition and being out there and being seen. It's great for phobias as well as career opportunities and moving on in your professional life, and for helping to ward off anyone or anything that would exploit you monetarily. So that is orange sunstone. Yep, fame, recognition, and upward movement. So I hope that that helps your applications get approved. For energy, motivation, focus, let's bring in that bumblebee jasper. This has a high concentration of both sulfur and arsenic. Definitely not for direct water infusions. I don't suggest using any stones for direct water infusions, but especially not this one. It's got a really lovely energy for the solar plexus, which is your personal identity and your free will, and being in alignment with what you want to do, what motivates you, and going towards it. Great for focus, vitality, strength, and energy, having balance within the yin and yang energies of the body. When it comes to work, it's like a let's get to it. I can't wait to get this done. It's also a stone of collaborative work to kind of empower everyone and inspire everyone to work together. It's great for positivity and motivation and confidence in general, as well as empowering manifestation and decision making. So that is bumblebee jasper. So all the best to you, Allison. Hope it all goes well. Jenny, let's see. Intentions for sister-in-law. Okay, cool. Digestion, nausea, joints, and baby health. So digestion, yep. Nausea is citrine. Joints is howlite, and baby health. So unakite is probably my favorite stone for like pregnancy, prenatal, postpartum, all of that time, like labor and delivery too. It's also great for women at any point in their life, especially with shifts in the stages of life, like onset of menses, menopause, things like that. Helps with quitting smoking, as well as the heart and circulation, and with aiding good, balanced, proper metabolism. It also helps with helps with holding a space for good relationships in general too for women. It's thought to be like a stone of happy marriage. And for digestion, let's bring in some Dalmatian jasper. So we talked about tourmalinated quartz with black tourmaline going through the quartz. This is black tourmaline going through jasper. Black tourmaline, again, helps with repelling negative energy. Going through jasper like this, it helps to break up stuck energy in our energy field. It's a deep cleanser of our auric field and our body in general. It also helps with encouraging cooperation, as well as encouraging healing from any kind of digestive issue, whether it's things like IBS or acid reflux or Crohn's, or just really disrupted, distended belly type stuff, really disruptive digestion. This can help. It's also great for cynicism. If you feel like you've become overly cynical or jaded, this is a stone that can help clear that energy so you can take a fresh look at things. And so we'll bring that in. That is Dalmatian jasper. And we will bring this one in. There we go. And all the best to you and your family. Hey, Rue, I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Oh, there we go. So blue sky, support career-wise, inner guidance as to what is the best job for you. So we've got, let's see. Let's do some Larimer. We've got a lot of stones at this point that'll help you with seeing what your soul purpose is, feeling connected to it, and able to kind of actualize it and move forward in it. We have blue apatite. We also have chrysocolla. And as far as career, we have lapis and sunstone. Let's bring out some Larimer. This helps with connecting to your spiritual purpose and reminding you that your path is going to be unique. So when you feel like you need to be a spiritual pioneer, in a sense, it reminds you that that's a good thing. You should feel like a pioneer, because when you're following your purpose, it won't look like anyone else's path. So it gives you a lot of courage in stepping into that. So I hope that that helps. So we'll bring this in here and here. So that is Larimer. And I'll bring in jasper too, because this helps with envisioning the future in a really bold and beautiful way. Picture jasper also goes by desert jasper, and it can help with new ventures, new adventures, just brainstorming the possibilities from a really positive perspective. It helps with identifying and removing hidden fears that are holding us back, and helps with things like moving abroad, learning about new cultures, learning new languages. It's a wonderful stone for kind of seeing the big picture. So let's go ahead and bring that in. It's such a pretty stone, and each specimen looks so different. So let's bring that in, and this in. Awesome. So all the best to you. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Leopard skin jasper for your Eva. She's had some skin rashes. Absolutely. Leopard skin jasper, wonderful for the skin, anything impacting the skin, and also great for animals. Anything with animals at all. It's also a good stone for connecting with your animal guides as well, and for attracting love. Helps with coordination and balance as well. So we'll bring that in. That is leopard skin jasper. There we go. This is one of my favorite stones to use anytime there's animal healing involved. There we go. And you're so welcome, Chris. Ascension in the throat chakra, definitely. And Ascension in the throat chakra, we've got blue lace agate, which is very helpful for that. I'm also going to bring in sodalite. This is a supporter of expression in all the ways that we would express. So communication, speaking, writing, dancing, performing, music, art, however we express ourselves, which is everything of the throat chakra. It's great for coming to terms with things around aging or menopause, as well as things around homesickness too. And I love the way it works with the throat chakra. So we're just going to go ahead and put this in here too. There we go. There we go. And for blue sky, shaking off other people's opinions of you and your choices. Mahogany obsidian. Also, any solar plexus stones are helpful too, but this really feels like the one to bring in for you. I feel like we're going to bring in yellow calcite too, because that's really helpful. But this is great for releasing any need for approval, as well as perfectionism or feeling like we need to be validated externally. It helps us to feel more grounded in ourselves. It's also good for meeting goals for vitality, for physical strength, for skin healing. It's also good for anger, really good for anger and resentment too. But for carpal tunnel, teeth, gums, this is a wonderful stone. It's also a good stone for if you struggle with a done something is better than a perfect nothing. This can be a helpful stone. So where shall we place this? Let's put this here and this here. Let's actually do that opposite. There we go. Awesome. So that is mahogany obsidian. Jenny, intention, knowing my path. And then that's right, I put the stone down for that right now. Yeah, that's definitely a theme tonight, so it's totally okay. I think a lot of us are struggling with that. Oh, welcome in, Naden. Awesome. Feel free to make any requests for your personal healing. I can pick a crystal for you, or you can ask for a crystal specifically. If I happen to have it, I'll add it. But yeah, just making crystal arts, building a crystal grid as a group, and then we're going to get into some Reiki. Feel free to hang out and join us. We're a fun crew. And I'm going to get to everybody's request that I possibly can. And Emily, stuck in depressing thought loops, motivation to do uncomfortable things, and self-love. Definitely, let's see. For motivation to do new and uncomfortable things, and also like those like kind of stuck patterns, finding what the root cause is and releasing those, we have some septarian. This helps with doing the deep down dirty work that we need to get into to help like move on and leave things behind. It helps us to illuminate what the root causes are, the root thoughts, beliefs, and even past pain, so that we can deal with them and move on. Helps with also being really vulnerable enough to make that shift in those realizations. So that'll definitely help with not getting stuck in those loops and things like that too. It also helps with in general with muscles, with skin wounds, with lesions, and with your solar plexus, so your center of self-identity and free will. So that is Septarian. And we have some good self-love ones, including the Fuchsite. And also I feel like Epidote would be helpful. This can help with sort of our negative self-talk, and I feel like that could be really helpful here. It's one I've used quite a bit for that. I struggle with that personally. So the way that we speak to ourselves and kind of where our mind goes. Also helpful for the brain and things like Parkinson's, as well as the nervous system and the skin, and recovering from any kind of illness as well as injury. So apologize if you happen to hear the sirens. West Philly gonna West Philly. And we're gonna put in that Epidote, so I hope that that helps. Okay. Good to see you. You have a few, and Jenny, you have a few fawn quit kind of responses that pop up. I struggle with that too. Let's do some red jasper for that. This is helpful for the root chakra. It's very empowering and can help you to fight injustice and bullying and standing up for yourself when you need to, but it's also very supportive of grounding, feeling rooted within yourself, and having a firm foundation for your emotional well-being. Sorry about that. And mental well-being, as well as illness, convalescence, even depression, but definitely those kind of fight, flight, fear, fawn kind of responses. So that's red jasper. Here we go. There we go. Awesome. And for Catherine, something good for keeping your boys safe at hockey camp, positive self-image, creativity, and writing. So sodalite helps with writing, but let's also bring in blue tiger eye. This is a stone that helps with ease and calm, and it really can help to soothe a lot of stress, but it's also really supportive of writing and communicating and speaking up for yourself. It's a very protective stone too. It helps with like protecting truth tellers. It's like a whistleblower stone. Facts over feelings, and also just speaking your truth, and also the truth, especially when those things are not convenient or appreciated by others. So let's go ahead and place one here and one here. Wonderful. And for keeping your boys safe, let's see, a good protective stone. We have a couple of good ones, but let's bring in some smoky quartz. That's the first one that came to mind. This has been used since at least the Middle Ages to protect property and protect it from theft. But it's also one that helps with transmuting energy, like fundamentally shifting it. And it's very calming as well. It's good for kind of quelling worry. And it definitely is helpful for energy blocks too. Smoky quartz can be kind of light and almost clear like this, or as dark as almost black. So my intention is that help protect your boys. So we'll put that there. Positive self-image, I would say, is the pink tourmaline as well as emerald. Creativity is definitely carnelian. There we go. So I think we got you covered. Good to see you, Catherine, and I'm glad you're here. Gotcha. Chevron amethyst, bumblebee jasper, we have ruby and zoisite. Do I have ruby and zoisite? I do. And the hematite Hamza. This is another good one for protection too. So the Hamza, or a hand of Miriam, or it goes by a number of different names. But this is a protective amulet in many cultures. Definitely see it throughout the Middle East. Very protective. It's like protective against the evil eye. And hematite can be deeply clearing of your energy. It helps to ground and just move energy out that we no longer need. It's thought to help clear the blood. It was actually, like, even in the Bible and pre-biblical, this was written about for that. And very grounding. Helps us to feel like we're connected to our earthly needs and desires and wishes. So we'll bring that in. And let's actually put that here. Yeah, let's put that here so we can see it a little better. Zoisite helps with releasing negativity, and it's also wonderful for fertility. Good for like sluggishness, and also moving through like when you have a bunch of things you need to do, like the to-do list just gets super long and you start to get to like procrastinating and feeling like it's just too much to even take a bite out of. This can help break that up and get you to feel encouraged to start taking nibbles at your to-do list again. It's also helpful for like bowels and things like that. So we'll bring this in. Let's put that here and here. Actually, let's put this one here. Awesome. Good call. It's very good for connection with nature as well, which can be really restorative. For truth and honesty, the two best stones I have, Margaret, are the blue tiger eye and the lapis. It's like honest, open communication. For tender communications and things that are difficult to say, blue lace agate can be helpful. So that can help too. And I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you're here. Oh yeah, as a reminder, because I keep forgetting, thank you, Jenny. Definitely hit the like button, y'all, if you haven't already. Hey, Holly, welcome in. Goddess of Four, good to see you. So good to see you. Okay, let's see what else. So Kanta, being in the flow, love of humanity and all of its diversity, being a shining example of self-love, open-heartedness, and being here now. I love it. Sujolite for sure is on tap tonight. It's right here. This is definitely great for being connected with that sense of all that is, the interconnectedness of everyone and collective unity. So this is very, very helpful. Open-heartedness, definitely this. Being here now is definitely Herkimer diamond. That can really help with like being in the present moment. We also had the request for chevron amethyst. This can somewhat help with that too. So here's chevron amethyst. Chevron amethyst, now that's referencing the lines that you might see in here. If these specimens were larger, you would see that they chevron. And that's thought to take the messages and wishes and hopes and dreams up to spirit, and then allowing us to better hear and experience the return of that, like what messages are returned. It's wonderful for degenerative diseases, as well as tolerance of other people, which definitely supports the humanity in all of its diversity. Absolutely chevron amethyst. It helps with spiritual connection, psychic ability, intuition, shamanic journeying, anything that can really help with that connection to spirit in even like in a way of divination, which is like asking for guidance and help, mediumship, things like that. So wonderful. I love that request. Thank you for making it. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to get to as many of Patty's requests. So let's do tree agate, moss agate, red tiger's eye. Got epidote, we got sunstone. Sorry, I'm a little sweaty because if I run the air conditioner in here, you wouldn't be able to hear me. Okay, cool. Aquamarine is our stone of forgiveness. Whether you're forgiving yourself or others, whether it's forgiveness for giving someone another chance or setting them free so you can set yourself free. Either way, this is very helpful. That's aquamarine. It's also the anti-Karen stone. It helps to deflect really petty behavior and that kind of low, like just low energy, misdirected pain, that kind of stuff. Helps with attracting the sense of justice and may justice prevail. And wonderful for body fluids and circulation. So let's bring in this aquamarine. I'm going to go ahead and place that right here in the center. Tree agate is sacred it's sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science of yoga. And actually, let me use this one. We will make room for it. So this is tree agate, and yes, this is shaped as a heart. It got sent to me this way. But yeah, the tree agate as a heart, this is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science of yoga. And we might be familiar with the 7 main chakras. Well, the system is much more complex than that and much deeper than that. And this helps with balancing and harmonizing the energy flow through the nadi, or N-A-D-I. Those are the energy channels that are all the way down to the smallest that carry the energy throughout the rest of the body. So whatever imbalance you might be experiencing, this will help rebalance you. So that is tree agate. It's great for just general physical well-being and health. There we go. Awesome. Rainbow moonstone, superb for connection to that very wise energy, helping us to connect to our spirit guides, to spirit. Wonderful for channeling, mediumship, and divination. Sort of seeking the truth and bringing it through. It's very illuminating. So we'll bring this in. Let's put this here. Dragon's blood or dragonstone. I've heard it called both. Not to be confused with septarian, which often is called dragonstone as well, but it's usually seen as dragon's egg. Yeah, a little confusing. Beautiful, like ox blood and like green stone. This helps with grief and loss and helps break up any like overwhelming self-pity. It's also wonderful for having patience with yourself as well as learning from your mistakes. It's great for the nervous system as well as the immune system. And it can help with your thyroid and finding strength and courage to make necessary changes in your life. It's good for optimism and wisdom too. So let's go ahead and place you. Where do we have room? Let's put you here. Or maybe we will switch these around. Yeah, let's put these two here. Nah, put this here and this here. Red tiger eye is probably the most protective stone I have. It's good for malevolent spiritual work, psychic attack, whether intentional or unintentional, and even really mundane stuff like bullying, picking on, gaslighting, triangulating, manipulation, those kinds of tactics can really help discourage and dispel them. It's also helpful for kind of calming down bully tactics, and also great for manifesting financial abundance in a hurry, like when you really need it. So we'll go ahead and place these in. Next is moss agate, which looks somewhat similar to tree agate and has a somewhat similar understanding, but a little bit more spiritual in some ways. And surprisingly, maybe unsurprisingly, it's considered very sacred in Chinese medicine. So moss agate is great for infections, illnesses, anything that's spreading through the body quickly, as well as connection to nature, releasing any fears of the unknown, and for connecting to your inner child and higher self. It's wonderful for connecting to spirit and reminding us that we are a divine manifestation of love and we are one with spirit. So this will also support Kanta's request. So let's go ahead and put some here too. Okay. Chalcopyrite, which is the goldest pieces here. This helps with things like executive function, mental clarity and focus, and things like finding things that are lost in addition to a myriad of other things. Being surrounded by this clear quartz also helps to amplify everything that it represents. And I'm still learning about this stone. I'm so glad you guys put this onto my radar. And also going to bring in prehnite and mookaite. I did not see the meteor shower, unfortunately. Hey, Christina, great to see you. Margaret, blue lace agate, as well as, so that blue lace agate is helpful for like saying things that are tender or difficult. For truth and communicating with truth and honesty is blue tiger eye, as well as lapis lazuli, which is here. So I hope that that helps. Okay, cool. And let's see. So we're going to do, next we'll do prehnite, which helps with learning and teaching spiritual truths, spiritual practices. I have a lot of it around and keep a lot of it around when I'm teaching online Reiki classes, which I got to teach Reiki 1 this weekend. I've been teaching Reiki for, it'll be 15 years next month, and I'm so excited. I still love it just as much. This can also help those of us who have a hard time saying no to unfair demands to say no, as well as helps meditating, helps to calm a wandering mind. And it helps with things like lucid dreaming, divination, getting answers from our spirit guides, from tarot, however you might go about getting answers. And it's good for anemia, gout, kidneys, bladder. So we'll go ahead. It's good at really all matter of spiritual things. So let's go ahead and do, let's put this here. And we'll put this here and this here. There we go. We will make room. Mookaite is also known as Australia jasper, and it can help with things like making decisions for sure, and accepting change, accepting what is, especially when those changes might be really difficult to accept. It can also help with digestive calm, so this will help Jenny's sister-in-law, as well as bladder pain and boosting the immune system. So that is Australia jasper or mookaite. So let's do, here we go. Yeah, we made room. And I'm so glad to see you, Patty and Key. Goddess of Four crystals for stress relief, pain, and money. We've definitely got pain covered. We've got malachite, celestite, and lapis. Stress relief, we had smoky quartz is really helpful for that. And we'll bring out some shungite. This is great for relieving stress, clearing our energy field, and with physical recovery, whether it's surgery or injury, anything like that, this can help. It's good for also just energy blocks and emotional pain in general. It's a very all-purpose type stone, but this is a really powerful de-stress stone. So that's shungite. If you're somebody who's sensitive to electromagnetic fields, this can also be really helpful. And for money, we have red tiger eye, we have citrine. We do not have pyrite yet. Pyrite is fool's gold, and we like to think that it helps attract the real stuff. Great stone for attracting abundance, for opening up our intuition while also being protective. And it helps with the fever, lungs, memory, and brain. It's also thought to be really helpful for those who are going through radiation treatments to help with some of the side effects. Okay. There we go. There we go. Awesome. I hope you're doing well, Goddess of Four. Lots of love to you. And Holly, in line with what others have requested, help with lack of motivation, directness, and sense of purpose. Yeah, lots of that. Direction, sense of purpose. We definitely have that kind of covered, but motivation and stuff too. Let's do aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite. We haven't done that one in a while, and this really helps with a lot of the requests tonight. This is a stone that's actually two different types of calcite. The aragonite or tan is very connected with our Earth Star chakra, which is beneath the root. The blue is connected with our Soul Star chakra above the crown. Soul Star is connection to divine purpose. It's like our spiritual North Star. It's like the highest possible version of what could be for soul's purpose and greatest good for you. And connection to it and balance there helps you feel like you can reach and access it. Aragonite in the Earth Star chakra is like the balance to it. It helps us to enact all those potentials and possibilities and move and act in alignment with our soul's purpose. So this helps take the possibilities and turn it into actionable course, if you will. So this balances both. It's a really powerful healer. It's great for Kundalini awakening and Kundalini balance for that too. So let's bring this in. I think this really helps a lot of us today. And let's see. Yep, so that is aragonite and Caribbean blue calcite together. This is what aragonite looks like all on its own. Yeah. Awesome. So I hope that that helps. Christina, help with organization and success in academic classes. Absolutely. Organization, lapis, and garnet, which are both in there. Success in academic classes, labradorite, but also tiger eye. Tiger eye is excellent for research and study. I love it alongside the use of labradorite for that. It's very empowering. It helps with the solar plexus, your center of self. It bolsters our courage. Very protective. It's strength and balance. Big picture thinking, like entrepreneur-like thinking, like seeing the big picture and being able to absorb all of the different pieces, which can really help with organization. And it can help protect against things like envy and jealousy. So that is golden tiger eye or just tiger eye. So So let's go ahead and place these around. Ooh, there we go. There we go. So all the best to you, Christina. Good to see you. Hey, Paul. Help with staying at current job or awareness of what steps to take now. And thank you for the congratulations on the 15 years. Paul, so yeah, there's a lot of like, soul's purpose, like what's next steps, what about career, stuff like that. As far as the should I stay or should I go, that's one of the things that lepidolite can help with. So lepidolite is lithium mica, this beautiful like purple silver kind of color. Sometimes we'll see this as a solid stone that looks almost like a gummy bear in purple. It's a beautiful stone. The Greeks used it for mental health, and we use it currently in pharmaceuticals for mental health. Lithium is absolutely a prescription that one can get. It has been since the 1940s. Definitely do not put this in water and drink it. This is a stone that helps some people. It has the opposite effect on others. Don't try to self-medicate with it. The ancient Greeks did it, but also things were very different back then. But as far as emotional and mental well-being and mental health, this can be really supportive of the emotional components there. And carrying it around, wearing it, that's where it works best. So bringing attention to thoughts and patterns and things that we need to release, as well as soothing and calming the emotions and understanding them at their root level. Like I said, the emotional components that can impact mental health in myriad ways, but also discernment of whether one should stay or go. Definitely helpful. So I'm going to bring this here. This stone also has Amazonite in it. Amazonite, you might be seeing some like bluish green hints in there. Yeah, that helps with self-care, reminder for self-care, reminding folks that care for others that they're just as important. Additionally, it can help with the spine and spinal nerves. So I think with that, we are good. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Wonderful grid. Oh, we really did it. Good job. So I'm going to go ahead and do that thing that I do and describe what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and how to make the most of your session. While I do that, if you wouldn't mind, head on into the chat, click that like button if you haven't already, and share anything that you are grateful for, anything at all, as general or as broad or as specific as you feel to be in such a public venue. That will help lift the energy of the space that you're in and this collective space that we're sharing. That'll help empower the session, and then we're going to get into the Reiki. And Fiat Luna, lots of love for you. Oh, Crazy Lace Agate, yeah. So here's Crazy Lace Agate. I'm just going to look it up one more time. So this is the Complete Crystal Handbook by Cassandra Eason. And Crazy Lace Agate this is helpful for, it's definitely got a connection to spiders. So fear of spiders and also the spiritual connection of like the web. So very spider connected for spider people. The web of fate. But also helps with like uniting people, communicating better, spreading laughter at a party. That's kind of hilarious. But also helps with skin disorders, eyesight, the colon, heart, arteries, veins, even varicose veins, as well as blood circulation. And also just a lot of fun, like moving, dance, and expressing joy. Helps with, it's very protective, especially around places that might be like haunted or have other energies hanging around. And it helps with enabling you to see other worlds and dimensions if you're working in that kind of a capacity. And if you suffer from sudden energy dips, it's thought to help balance your daily store of energy. So that is for Dell. Thank you for asking for it, Patty. So Dell, if you're watching this, Lori, if you're watching this, that's for you. And again, the Complete Crystal Healing Handbook by Cassandra Eason. So let's see. We'll dive on into what Reiki is. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm just about to celebrate 15 years of teaching Usui Reiki. So if you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification courses, or if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my crystal collection, you can go ahead and check that out in the description below at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. Also in my description is a link to my email newsletter, which always has really up-to-date like sales and things like that. I don't really send too many emails, but when I do, it's worth it. And all the links to my socials. So what is Usui Reiki? Well, Reiki in general, Reiki has become almost like a catch-all term for energy healing in general. Specifically, the style I work with is known as Usui Reiki, and this particular method was created by Mikao Usui in Japan in the early 1920s, at a time that Japan was really at a crossroads, and it was quite difficult for anyone that had any kind of spiritual or religious connotation especially. But this particular practice is very secular, yet deeply spiritual. And I think that's why it resonates with us so much, among all the other reasons. So to best understand the concept of energy at the foundation of Usui's practice, we can take a look at Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything has a soul. All of those souls are interconnected. We are all interlinked. And this energy that keeps us alive and animated and more than just inanimate beings in a sense is divinely guided or spiritually guided life energy or soul energy. So spiritually guided soul energy is usually the way that Reiki is translated. And it's thought that this energy is already flowing through you, through me, through everyone and everything all the time, even when we're not aware of it. Even when we're not consciously working with it, our body, mind, and spirit are working with it to bring us into the greatest sense of balance and individual healing that we can reach in that particular moment. Using Usui's methods and techniques, I'll essentially be connecting to that energy and directing more of it to you to support your body, mind, and spirit, however your body, mind, and spirit feel is best to sort of utilize these energies this evening. And so you may feel some physical sensations. You may feel some emotions rise up or be released. Mentally, you may be able to logic some things through or hear your subconscious. Additionally, you may be able to get some deep clarity, some intuition, or just a sense of peace and connection. You may just have a really beautiful nap. And all of the above are perfectly lovely and wonderful ways to enjoy your session. So I will send Reiki for 25 minutes, during which time, regardless of where you are or when you are, and more on that in a moment, you can receive this Reiki if you just have an open heart and mind. So go ahead, find a place that's comfy, whether you're sitting up, laying down, or moving around, or stretching, or bending, or doing yoga, or playing the guitar, or journaling. Whatever feels right to you in this 25 minutes is absolutely perfect. The Reiki will absolutely support you. And I will, during that time, turn the lights down. You'll notice that the lights will move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I will turn the music up. If you want to learn more about our musical creator, go ahead and check the link in the description. It's all the way at the bottom of the description, so you can check out her channel and her website. While I'm sending, you can just enjoy. I will, at the end of that 25 minutes, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath in and start to come back to your body. And at that time, the chat will be reopened so that you can share any questions, share any experiences, and I'll be more than happy to hear you out. You can definitely chat in the chat room while I'm sending. I just won't be able to answer while I'm sending. So yeah, during the session, just go ahead and enjoy. Also, if you're watching this in the future as a recording, hello from the past, know that we are bound as human beings by only being able to be in one place at one time. Reiki does not have those restrictions on it. It can be anywhere at any time. So, because we're all interconnected, this energy is available to you regardless of where you happen to be in relation to me or when you're finding this video. And for those of you who are here live, you can always join me live. I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, every week. Additionally, you can always, if you need a little session and I'm not live, check out the Past Healing Livestream playlist where you can see almost 400 videos, actually over 400 videos of past healing live streams just like this. Pick one by the picture of the grid in the thumbnail and just go ahead and enjoy. It will be there for you to find some relief any day, anytime. So thank you so much for being here. I deeply appreciate you. Go ahead and subscribe with your notifications on if you want to make sure you don't miss an opportunity. And let's go ahead in and enjoy that Reiki. Ooh, that is pretty. Well done, everyone. Okay, let's see if I can okay. There we go. That's better. Awesome. Thank you all for the beautiful messages in chat and all of the gratitude. Go ahead and get cozy. I'll be sending Reiki for the next 25 minutes. Go ahead and enjoy. And I will see you all in about 25 minutes. I invite you to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. You can move your fingers and toes. And as you slowly come back, if you'd like to come on into the chat, and I invite you to ask any questions or share any experiences. Welcome to the new folks who are here. Dell, it's wonderful to see you. I'm glad you noticed that, Dell. Yeah. Thank you all so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege to share this healing with all of you. As always, I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, and you can always check out the previous live streams on the playlist. And little Miss Hattie Cat has joined me. I don't know if you can hear her purring in the background. She's here. Yeah. Thanks for noticing, Blue Sky. It was exciting to me too. Yeah. You're welcome, Jen. Heart, great to see you. Patty, Key. Okay. Somebody wanted to see the microphone. Do you want to purr? Oh, Rue, I'm glad that was helpful. Thank you, Emily. Copyrighted music. I might have to hit the mute button for just a moment. Hang on. Oh, the street noise of West Philly. Yeah? Who's that, little Bubba? Is that you? Do you see yourself? I'm doing okay. Still looking for a place. All my classes are on Zoom for now, and sessions are on Zoom and in person in Fairmount, the Fairmount section of Philadelphia. So you can catch me there if you want to. I have some openings this Tuesday. Oh, look at you being too cute. Here. She's like sitting right up on me. Hey, you want to say hi's? Little Hattie Bones. You're such a good girl. You're welcome, Holly. Thank you. Thank you, Dell. Yeah, it'll officially be 15 years of teaching Usui Reiki on the 8th of next month. The 8th of September. Cool. And Jennifer, you're in my thoughts too. Keep me posted. Let me know when you know. Yeah, Hattie's a special little kitty. She knows when I'm doing Reiki. I heard her purr the second I put my hands together in Gasso. Yeah. And she just said, yeah. 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 Thank you. Yeah, and I got to teach a Reiki 1 class today, and there's already a few people enrolled in next month's class. All my Reiki classes through the end of the year are enrolling now. They're all on my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com, and you can also schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading with me at that same link. Gotcha, Jen. Definitely sending to that. And same kind of here. Still looking for a place. I'm hoping I find one by end of the month. If not, my stuff's going into storage and will be coming at you live from my friend's extra bedroom. But hey, I can't even complain about that because it's still a roof. So thank you. Thank you, heart. I hope all of you are doing well. And thank you all so much for being here. Currently got cat hair all over me. Long wear lipstick because I'm not a makeup girl generally. I love it because it'll actually stay on. I don't think to reapply, but my goodness, is it a magnet for cat hair. I'm right there with you, Jen. I just need half that much and I'd be like great. Like super great. Like all expenses would be paid at that point. But I wish that for you, absolutely. We'll get there. All the good thoughts. Yeah, keep me posted. It's stressful times. Thank you. Well, I'm starting to see some new listings like just now. So yeah, I'll land where the universe has a space for me. It'll be okay. Oof. Definitely hope that goes through. Okay, Del, lots of love to you. Yeah, college season and definitely a thing. And it's just the timing of the month. It's like landlords don't generally put their places out there until they know they're ready, which I appreciate. But so the good news is the new listings I'm finding are all like available right away. And I'm like, well, that's great. Because that would be perfect. So I've seen a couple of listings that could be okay. But honestly, after weeks of looking, it's like a little bit scary. Yes, I am. It's just stressful. But it's okay. Hey, even if the worst happens, I've got amazing friends. So it'll just be uncomfortable at worst. I'll be okay. But I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close here with an abundance of gratitude for all of you. Thank you so much for being here. I deeply appreciate you all. Definitely keep an eye on the community tab. And for those of you who've signed up for my email newsletter, keep an eye on your inboxes. There's definitely going to be a crystal sale starting this week to help me with clearing the shelves before I leave, make my packing a little bit easier. And Jennifer, yeah, that's been my experience. Yeah, I've been living in apartments for 24 years and never have I seen people like, there's places that are straight up like, oh, we don't take security deposits, we only take surety bonds. And I looked into that and what a racket. And yeah, we'll only take you if you earn 3 to 4 times the rent, and we'll only what's the other one? Another one wanted a couple years of tax returns. Like, I've signed commercial leases in downtown Philadelphia. I have never been asked for multiple years of tax returns. I have never been asked for surety bonds. It's wild out there. Wild. And thank you, everyone. We'll get it. We'll get it together. And Allison, too, may you land in the best possible place. I know you will. Yeah, but absolutely, everyone have a beautiful evening. Thank you, Paul. I absolutely, absolutely appreciate that so, so much. But lots of love to all of you. I hope to see you all again soon. My next stream is Tuesday night at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. And I hope that I will have good news for you by then. We'll see. So have a beautiful evening. Take care. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.